Hey everybody, this is Robert. I was thinking about what to put on a video today, and the question that I have is, what if this story that I've been telling myself wasn't true? And that's kind of where I was a couple years back. It was just like, it was like, what if, everything I've learned up until this point was just a story, and it wasn't necessarily true for me. And so, through the perceptions, and I remember when I was little going to the Grand Canyon, and I was relating that to someone a couple years back at a family reunion, and or just a get together with the brothers and some of the family anyway, and so like I was relaying this story of having gone to the Grand Canyon, and my older brother, who was also part of that story, he's like we didn't go to the Grand Canyon when we were little, and so I don't know. the funny thing is that I still believe that I went to the Grand Canyon, and anyway, I think I was relating this story because I was kind of hanging over the edge of this bar, looking down into this gigantic deep hole. If it wasn't the Grand Canyon, it was definitely a big hole, and my mother scolding me and telling me to go play somewhere else. And so there was this dirt mound that was probably 10 or 20 feet high, that was behind us. I couldn't tell you for sure how high it was because at 4 or 5 years old, however old I was, it looked like it was 20 feet. It could have been 12 feet. Anyway, it was like, go play over there because she had a definite fear of heights, and that really has nothing to do with I guess that that was her story, that deathly fear of height. And the thing is that I started questioning everything a couple of years ago, and it was like it's kind of disconcerting, because when you start to ask yourself, what's the purpose of life and why am I here, and there's got to be more to life than just being a slave to debt. It kind of life becomes kind of a scary place, which is probably why a part of me wanted to check out, and it wasn't so much that I wanted to check out. It's just as like I was just in a dark place, and I was like, I had a lot of questions, and I was running out of places to look for answers. And in about 2015 or 2016, I realized that it was it was an inside job. And at 2020, in 2020 or 2019 or so, I was just I was still looking for answers, and I just hadn't really looked deep enough inside. And so I think it was 2023 when I met some coaches that started talking about energetic work, and disconnecting from the mind and dropping into the body. And so when I started doing that, it all I found was there was a lot of tightness, and my body was had probably been attempting to communicate with me for so long that didn't trust that I was actually listening, and so it took about 3 months or so of just setting in a practice of presence with another person before my body released enough where I could start communicating and getting signals from the body, and I think that's what it is more than anything. It's just signals. It's sitting in a presence practice and creating enough safety in my own system where the body feels safe enough to actually communicate with me. Anyway, yeah, just kind of wanted to share that story and just relate to you that maybe, just maybe, the story that you've been telling yourself isn't true. And that's what I found for myself anyway. Thank you. Bye.